Hey everybody! So recently I did a video about the famous wine regions of Napa and Sonoma, and we concluded that both of them have a lot in common. But there are some discernible differences in the wines that they make. And since Napa gets a lot of the attention, I thought it might be fun today to focus in on Sonoma. In this weekly tasting, we'll taste 3 different wines from 3 different locations in Sonoma to see if we can tease out some common qualities that define the Sonoma style. Sonoma is a fairly large viticultural area. It's over 1 million acres in size. And while it is hard to generalize about a region that big, there are a few reasons why these wines have a common magic to them. The main factor is its close proximity to the Pacific coast. The coastal mountains, along with rivers and valleys, serve to funnel cool air in from the ocean, which is key. And in the Sonoma Valley, the nearby San Pablo Bay does something similar. Temperate, sunny days that rarely rise above 85 degrees are great for getting those grapes nice and ripe. And at night, fog rolls in from the ocean and temperatures drop down to the 40s and 50s. So this push and pull, this wide swing back and forth between temperatures is perfect for wine grapes. This dynamic essentially extends the growing season, allowing the grapes to ripen slowly and reach their full flavor potential while maintaining their acidity. And with this, you get grapes and wines that are ripe and juicy, full of sugar and potential alcohol, while still remaining fresh and vibrant. And that is the Sonoma style. So let's taste our wines now and see if they fit the bill. Chardonnay is a classic French grape that loves cooler climates. Anaba Winery has been making wine from Chard and other French varieties since the early 1990s. For this wine, they source their grapes from the Green Valley, which is nested inside the Russian River Valley. And this region is well known for its sparkling wines made from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and coincidentally for growing apples. This is a cool fact. An Anaba is a type of air current that brings cool breezes in from the ocean. The intensity on this wine is pretty surreal. It's almost like candy in a way. A lot of butterscotch. It's creamy too, very smooth mouthfeel. There's a floral touch of honey in there, and the finish is all green apples. Very high acid, nice and tart though, so that keeps it really well balanced. I'm just really blown away by the intensity of flavor in this wine and how long and bright that finish is. In the early 20th century, the Russian River Valley was a popular destination for European immigrants. And in 1925, Nello and Gino Pellegrini harvested their first grapes. And Hurst Vineyard is located in the Sebastopol Hills area of the Russian River Valley. And the vineyard is managed by Arturo Robledo, whose family wines we've actually tasted before, so it's a small world. And this wine spends 18 months in French oak. 30% of it is new, so I do expect there to be a little wood on there. Well, once again, this wine is so intense on the nose and the palate as well. It just almost doesn't seem real. It's really strong in strawberry and raspberry and this beautiful savory rhubarb kind of thing going on in there, which I love. And finishing on vanilla too. The acids are just through the roof though, so it's nice and bright. And right at the very end, there's this note of hickory smoke that comes through, which I'm sure is coming from the barrel aging. Well, this is a well-balanced Pinot. It's a pleasure to drink. It sort of teeters between being sophisticated and complex, but also playful and rustic. The Alexander Valley appellation in northeastern Sonoma County stretches 25 miles north to south with the beautiful Russian River running through it. And the area was once known for its prunes and beer hops. Red Winery Road is made by the Robert Young Winery, and Robert Young was the first to plant Cabernet Sauvignon in the Alexander Valley in 1963. And this area is relatively warmer for Sonoma, so it's great for ripening big reds like this. And this is another one that sees a lot of barrel aging, 24 months to be specific, so I expect it to be very oaky. Well, there is nothing subtle about this wine whatsoever. It's just an intense bomb of dark berry fruit. There's some soft spices in there, there's some brown sugar, there's a little bit of that pyrazine that you get, bell pepper kind of thing. But I have to say, even with all of that power, the acidity is still there, which keeps it nice, light, and fresh. Well, it's not easy to keep a big grape like Cabernet Sauvignon in check, but this manages to stay fresh and vibrant because of that acidity. So anytime you have wines that are higher in acids, nice and fresh, they're great for food. So let's talk about some food pairings. The Anaba Chardonnay has a creamy and fruity profile, which I think could benefit from some level of sweetness. Teriyaki chicken meatballs with honey, ginger, and soy in the recipe will be a great complement. Likewise, our dry and tart Pinot Noir will tie in nicely with the earthy flavors and the sweetness of a flatbread that has prosciutto, arugula, and balsamic on top. And for the Cabernet pairing, we're going vegetarian. Just in time for the cooler weather, a heartwarming dish of tomato braised chickpeas that will deliver a cornucopia of spice and herbs. So, have we honed in on a Sonoma style? Let's see. High acid, ripe fruit flavors with an almost candy-like intensity, and a relatively high alcohol level. Overall, there's a certain vibrance and intensity to these wines that almost overloads your senses. It kind of doesn't seem possible to get flavors like this out of just grapes. So I'd say we're on to something here. So what do you think? Is there such a thing as a Sonoma style? Share your thoughts with me below this video. As always, thanks for tasting with me today. I'm Marc Supsic on behalf of Wine Still Sold Out. Cheers.